Exile, it takes your mind again.
Do you ever shave for these events? Or like...
I'm actually on a strike right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm not shaving until they update artifacts.
Oh.
Exile, it takes your mind again. Have you given up?
So sad. Alexa, play Deckpacito. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Deckpacito. It finally happened. Valve has updated us on Artifact, and that update is there will be no more update. Probably. Rest in peace, Artifact. Really makes you think, really makes you sad. If you were a normie, because as far as I'm concerned, I get the best of both worlds now. Only the most insane players are still going to be playing Artifact. Only the most try-hard players, which means we still get to fuck with them. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Deckpacito, we're not going anywhere because we still have magical meme decks to make. Speaking of which, this week we have the greatest deck we have ever had on this show before when it comes to actually winning. I'm gonna lie to you, I haven't lost with this deck yet. It is a beautiful deck, and it was made by one of our community members. So, before we get into the skinny of the deck, let's go ahead and interview the man who made it, and I will magically regrow my facial hair. See you in a sec. Alright, ladies and gents, now first off, as we always do on these guest decks, we have the original creator. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Aquin. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me. So the idea came to me when I was playing around with Mono Red and realized that most of the meta Mono Red decks run almost all creeps already. And I was like, well, what if I just went Captain Crunch and was like, oops, all I put in was creeps. What would happen? And then I realized it was really good.
Yeah, why is it so good, do you think? What's the deal?
I think it has partially to do with just how powerful red creeps are, and another part to do with the fact that mono red is pretty strong in the meta right now, and it's a deck that is teched heavily against mono red.
Yeah.
So in mono red mirror matchups, oops all creeps wins most of the time. Its biggest struggle is definitely wide boards, but it still does have tools to deal with them.
All right, bro. Now, I love your deck. I played the original version a lot, and I did make some minor changes. I'm going to tell you those changes to make it a Deckpacito deck, and I want you to give me the review. First things first, I switched Bristleback's deployment with Beastmaster. Why not? I mean, Bristleback can get a kill. Go ahead.
The biggest mistake.
What? Explain.
You don't need a kill turn 1.
Oh.
You can take the kill turn 2, and Bristleback, you get to choose where he deploys then. And with this choosing the deployment, I found that there's almost always a lane that you can dump him in where he's got at least a 50-50 shot of killing another hero then.
That is true.
Beastmaster has 12 health and almost always survives the flop, so I feel pretty safe putting him there.
I personally love putting the Bristleback first because I might be able to get a duel. I think he is very strong for a level 1, turn 1 duel. You get somebody right in front of you, you kill them, you do 8 damage to the tower, you get armor, and that just sets you up for being able to get a heal in the next round and make him be able to spiral out of control. So personally, I know people tell me don't level 1 duel all the time, but in that situation, Bristleback kills somebody and hits the tower. I think it's hype. And that's really the only reason why I switched him out and Beastmaster. But I like your reasoning a lot. You think I'm an idiot? Do you see any value?
I 100% see the value. It's actually one of the few things I have struggled with this deck a little bit is getting good duel value. And yeah, if you can get the dual value turn 1 then with Bristleback, I say, yeah, definitely you can run them in the flop.
And really, that's it. I didn't change a single other thing about your deck, bro. I don't think so. I'm looking over everything, and yes, I believe it is literally the same. You have crafted a perfect meme deck that does extremely well. So, would you like to give any advice out there to people that are playing either your deck or my slightly modified Bristle first?
Well, I do want to mention a little disclaimer here.
Sure.
I know I don't know if you've seen it, but my Photoshop version of the Captain Crunch box does say it's all creeps. Yeah, please do. It does say it's all creeps, but it does run 2 Time of Triumphs.
That's right.
And Spring the Trap, so it's not technically all creeps, but I want to point out that Captain Crunch is not all berries either.
That's right.
There's
true.
like orange in there, which isn't a berry.
No, not at all. So, there's a little room for orange in this bad boy. I think the deck would not work without Time of Triumph. I also experimented with taking that out so it could be the true all creeps, but I mean, memes aside, we still want to win. Spring the Trap is definitely creeps, though, dude.
Yeah, Spring the Trap is creeps.
It's fine.
Time of Triumph, I'd say that it just turns your heroes into really big creeps. That's my excuse here.
Exactly. They're not even heroes anymore. All right, bro. Well, this deck is so fantastic. Thank you for making it. Thank you for making the Photoshop that I'm stealing as the thumbnail for the episode as well. Anything that you want to say out there to the Artifact community before I let you go?
No, just come on over. Follow me on Twitter.
Follow this man on Twitter. What's your Twitter? Plug it.
At Aquin Artifact on Twitter.
All right, Aquin Artifact on Twitter. Well, thank you so much for your time, and ladies and gents, let's get into the dirty of Oops, All Creeps number 2. Welcome back to the present after that interview, and it is time to get into the nitty-gritty of Mono Red Oops, All Creeps. All right, so as I said before, this deck is actually amazing. It can win you almost every game that you play. It is so good against other red decks. It is so good against red-black. It is actually okay against mono-blue and even green-blue. This deck is lit, and not only that, it's actually hilarious because it's a horrifying meme deck. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. Now, Axe. And it's important. I know, guys, you don't want to spend that 30 cents on Axe anymore to get that expensive Axe card, but one of the benefits of Artifact being virtually dead is that Axe is now a cheap boy. So go ahead and splurge a little bit. Spend a pack of gum worth on Axe. We got Bristleback, we've got Legion, we've got pretty much all red. There's not too much to explain here. It's a mono-red deck. Although I am very persistent on having my Bristleback in the first loadout. Bristle with Legion is just so good with your ability to duel. Dueling in round 1 allows you to get that +2 armor and hit the tower for an incredible 8 damage in the early game, and it's so good. So, for me, Bristleback's important. Everybody else, I mean, what's there to explain? The red cards, they're thick, they hit, they're amazing at killing, and that's all we're going to do in this deck. Let's talk about Tidehunter, though. We don't see Tidehunter too much. I don't think we've talked about him yet on Deckpacito, so it's important to kind of talk about this hero a little bit. Really, his big ability here, Ravage, it is a game changer, but you're only probably going to use it once. So putting Tidehunter in a lane that you expect is probably not going to go that great. The one that they're most likely going to try to finish you off on is a pretty good idea. Granted, Tidehunter himself, not too much of an impressive card unless you get a bunch of Stonehall items to make him just an unbelievably strong monster later in the game. Tidehunter's probably never going to die. He's probably going to be able to get off his Ravage one time, but in the end, it's actually okay. That Ravage can be a game changer, but his big ability in this deck is Kraken Shell. It gives you 1 initiative, which is incredible. Also 1 modified armor, so that hero will always have +1 armor, which is meh. But having initiative in this deck is a really big deal, especially in the late game, when that Ravage is going to come online, when Beastmaster's ability comes online. Beastmaster is also super late game for Primal Roar. Probably one of the more broken spells in the game. It can really change a game completely. In that late game scenario, round 7 to round 8, positioning on people's heroes is everything. And being able to move 2 heroes to a different lane, a dead lane perhaps, that's a killer. That's a game loser right there. So Primal Roar is amazing, and in conjunction with Tidehunter's ability of Kraken Shell, you can make sure that you get that Primal Roar off first before they're able to do something crazy, and it's just super good. So, the deck itself, it's called Mono Red Oops All Creeps. It's literally all creeps. There's not too much to talk about here. One of the best parts about this deck is that it has things that you can play pretty much in every single round. Bronze Legionnaire, always try to put that bad boy down in the early game to potentially get an arrow to kill somebody across from you, or just put it down in the Kana lane so that you're guaranteed to keep getting kills. This card is always good, especially late game too, when they have huge creeps and you can just put out this cheap little block there to save your towers. But in the early game, in this deck, don't save anything for anything. Slap that shit down as soon as you get it. Bronze Legionnaire, boom! Let's start making the army. Duel, of course, is Legion Commander's signature card. Very good with Bristleback. I love this hero, being able to duel somebody right in front of you before they can do anything to get out of your way. And it's just great in the early game, great in the mid game, great in the late game. One of the best cards in the game. Mercenary Exiles. This is an interesting card. We haven't talked about too much yet. You put some money in on the Mercenary Exiles. Personally, I'd rather spend my money than give it to these assholes. So I usually use this card as a block or as a, oh, okay, this is some massive damage. I have a lot of money for no reason. So later in this deck, there's not a lot of items that you can spend your money on. So Mercenary Exiles is actually kind of useful for that late game scenario when you got 25 gold and you've already bought every item in the freaking deck. You're going to be killing a lot of stuff, and the Mercenaries will happily take your money on this bad boy. Legion Standard Bearer, another great block card which is super powerful, but that +4 attack is sick. In conjunction with our items down here, the phase boots, very useful stuff. You can phase out, make sure that bad boy is in the middle of two heroes, and pop! Don't be afraid to put this bad boy down, though. I haven't lost yet, but I've been very close to losing a few games because I've been waiting for that perfect moment to have the Legion Standard Bearer. 4 attack is really good, don't get me wrong, but it's not game winning, and it's also not worth letting somebody hit your tower for +14 damage or something. He's a great block, he's cheap, put him out here. Stonehall Elite, one of my favorite cards in the game. This one is so delicious to build up that fat boy. Every single time Mr. Cheeseburger gets a kill, he eats that cheeseburger and he gets bigger and badder. Don't forget, putting these in a Kana lane makes sure that you pretty much always going to be able to kill whatever's in that lane, and he's just really, really good. It will surprise you how much damage this sucker does. He kills one guy, that's 6-2, that's 8, that's more than a hero, that's a bristleback. It's absolutely a great card and makes a lot of sense to this deck. Goo! We ain't gonna talk about that. Easy peasy. The Cursed Satyr. One of my favorite cards for the lore in the deck. This card is absolute garbage in any single deck except for this one. I understand the idea of Cursed Satyr, okay? It does 6 damage, that's a lot. It has 6 health, that's a lot. But it's only 5 mana, which means there needs to be a negative downside. That negative downside is it spawns a zombie for your enemy. What? I mean, that's awful. That builds up. Every single round, your enemy gets a 2 attack, 2 HP. Here's the trick with using Cursed Satyr. You basically want to just put her in front of something that's going to kill her. Or at least get her really close to dying, and then you can kill her yourself. This card wants to die. Look at her face. She begs for death. And read the lore. She couldn't be happier to be thrown in front of a sniper or something to absolutely destroy her. So only put this card down if the enemy is actually going to kill the card in that turn, or it's enough damage to win the game. Do not get overconfident with the Cursed Satyr. Don't just put her down in round 1. Those zombies add up. And the one weakness of this deck is a big old spread. If the enemy can get a lot of creeps, even more creeps than you might be in trouble. So Cursed Satyr can literally counter yourself. Careful with this card. It is fun though. Red Mist Pillager. And do I have to say anything? I love this card, but it's especially good in this deck. The one thing people mess up on with Red Mist Pillager is just putting it next to a hero that it might potentially arrow into something else. You want to make sure that it hits that tower. That's why I pretty much only use Red Mist Pillagers in lanes with Beastmaster, because he has the ability to call forth his boar. The Loyal Beast will spawn and make sure that you now have a place to put your red Mist Pillager next to without it usually arrowing into something else. That's very useful indeed. And this red Mist Pillager is basically your big carry card for this deck. You're going to have so many creeps on the lane, one of those lanes is going to go out of control. That's really the strength of this deck overall, is being able to really solidify one lane and then leave one behind to get kind of screwed, yet Tidehunter's in that lane. So when they go to finish that bad boy off, you get that late game Ravage, you hopefully stun the entire lane, and then you'd be able to pick up on lane 3. So, very good. Berserker's Call, of course, don't talk too much about that. Axe's special ability, whatever, yada yada yada, nothing crazy there. Keenfolk Golem. Keenfolk Golem. This card is so bad in any deck but this deck. Alright, guys. Whoa, Jesus. Alright, guys. Let me tell you. This deck is one of the only ones I've ever played where you will literally run out of cards before round 6 and after round 6. Every single round, you're able to put down a card in this deck, and there have been plenty of games where the only card I had left is Keenfolk Golem, and that makes it so good. You eliminate the only downside of the Golem, which is burning all of the cards in your hand, and this is the only deck I've actually been able to use this card reliably without any downside. It's freaking lit! 13-13? That's like summoning a Thunder Horse Alpha, Thunder Horse pack, excuse me, at level 6, and level 6 for red cards. It's so good. So, make sure that you deck out your hand, you put everything out before this bad boy goes in. Do not put this card down with a bunch of cards in your hand unless you are 100% certain you are going to win the game on that turn. Keenfolk Golem will screw you. You need to make sure the enemy has 0 mana, 0 items. There's nothing they can do. If you put this sucker down and you burn all your cards and they block it, you are going to lose. So be careful with Keenfolk Golem, but I absolutely adore this card. Marrowfell Brawler. This is another creep boy that hardly sees any use. 6 attack is really good. 16 HP is really good. The question is, what is the use of it in a normal deck? I mean, 6 mana for red, that's a big boy mana. At the same time, in this deck, it makes perfect sense. Just putting things in front of other heroes, especially against other red heroes, is super strong. And the Marrowfell Brawler is able to be used at level 6, where we don't have too much else to use, really, except for Berserker's Call. So this one in this deck, actually good. I wouldn't include it in any other deck but this one. Ogre Conscript is also an amazing card. The big difference is he doesn't have as much health as our buddy the Marrowfell Brawler, but he does have 1 more damage. 7 damage is kind of one of those magical numbers where it's going to kill pretty much every hero except for those, big boys. So this one, again, what can I say? It's pretty much a bristleback with 1 less attack. It's amazing. Throw this bad boy down to kill an enemy, throw it down to hit a tower, just throw it down whenever you got it. Pretty much the theme of this deck. Primal Roar! Woo! This card broken, baby. This card's strong, okay? You get to that late game, it is so essential for decks to be able to pull off the big moves. You're up against a blue deck, it's round 7. They are trying to win that game now. They're finally online. Primal Roar makes sure they don't get online, baby. They don't get shit. It's amazing. The best thing about this card is that it's complete RNG. If your red hero is in front of 3 of their heroes, you basically win the game. If it's on the other side of those heroes, you lose the game. It's hilarious, but it's also so good when it is good. So, this is the reason we don't use Keenfolk Golem in this deck. Primal Roars are amazing, and being able to drop a Keenfolk and burning out Primal Roars, you're doing it wrong. Save this bad boy. Spring the Trap. There's only 1 of these in this deck, but that's just because we need to get the 40 cards. It's a great card. You see in a lot of competitive red decks, you just put on those 2 centaurs. Great for blocking the 1 lane you're going to lose. Great for securing a lane that you're already winning. So, not too much to say. Love that card. And, of course, the controversial one, an oops, all mono red, Time of Triumph. It's not a creep. There actually is 1 card that is not a creep. However, if you're running red and you don't have Time of Triumph, you're probably making a mistake. If I can give you guys any advice, if you're gonna break the rule of all creeps, throw yourself in enough magic there. But if you're trying to adhere by the all creeps meme deck, we're going to have to make an exception for Time of Triumph. Although our person did say, remember, technically you're turning them into creeps with Time of Triumph. I know, it's a lie, but at the same time, this card has to be in here because it wins you games. You simply must have it for those late game scenarios. So let's walk through exactly what playing this deck is going to be like in short. You're going to win a lane. No matter what, one of those lanes is going to be won. And you're going to put a timer on that lane by having the red Mist Pillagers. Those Pillagers add up. As soon as you start winning a lane and you can reliably put down Pillagers, you do it. That lane starts going out of control. Now, with all that focus in one lane, typically, you're going to start losing another lane. But if you're smart, Tidehunter is going to be in that lane to make sure that they don't get to take it out before you're done. And then in lane 3, what do? You stack up every other red hero that's ever died in the game, you put them into that third lane, and by that time, you should have Time of Triumph, pop that sucker, and win that game. It's an extremely easy deck to pilot. It is extremely good, surprisingly, and it's extremely fun because you're always doing something in this deck. There's never a moment where you're waiting around for your cards to be viable. So, love this deck. Let's go into items real quick. Now, you guys know me. I love those late game items. Thunder Hides, the Vesters, the everything. This one doesn't actually have them. All we have is Jasper Daggers, Phase Boots, Stonehall Cloak, and Blink Daggers. Very basic items, but I can't change it because they're essential. The Jasper Daggers is amazing at killing other red decks, which this deck is surprisingly really good at. Your ability to be able to pierce through armor is incredible. Also, your ability to take off any stuns or anything to make sure you can play cards, also incredible. So you have to have these bad boys. Phase Boots, so good with the creeps, also good with your Bristleback, good with your Beastmaster's Primal Roar, everything. Movement is essential, being in the right place is important. Stonehall Cloak, do we actually need this? I would typically say no on red decks, but on this one, it actually makes a big difference. Keeping those red heroes alive and huge, so huge, that super late game spells like Steam Cannons or Zeus's ult, not able to kill them, makes a huge difference. And finally, Blink Dagger. We have 3 of these because, again, being able to move people on this deck is so important. Just like in regular Dota Tidehunter with a Blink Dagger, he wants it, he needs it, he gotta get off that Ravage. So, in a short, that is the deck. I gotta be real with you guys. It's a piece of cake, but it's genius, and you'll have so much fun destroying all these decks that have all these complicated win conditions of a blue-black, and I need to annihilate, and I need to do this. Doesn't matter. You're playing big, red, beefy boys with their big, red, beefy friends, destroying mother suckers, and it feels so good. To this day, I've still not lost with this deck. You're going to have fun, so I recommend that you go out there against the rest of the sad, apocalyptic survivors of Artifact and destroy their last hopes until you're the last Artifact player remaining. You'll have to get through me, though, baby. And that's about it. We're going to show you a short game where I go through this deck and play it. To be honest with you, I don't really teach you anything in that game. It's just fun to watch. And it has a very surprising end. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll see you next time, maybe on Deckpacito. Been a pleasure. See you around. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Oops All Creeps Mono Red. Today, we are going to show you everything that you need to know to play this beautiful deck. Let's get started. Level 29. This guy's 10 levels above me. He gonna feel real sad when he loses to Oops Mono Red. Let's take a look here. Now, round 1, not getting a lot of utility out of this duel so far, so probably not going to use it. I technically could kill PA, but duel's so good. I don't know. The strength of this deck, by the way, is against other mono reds. And it's okay against blue, too. Oh! Now, you are a lucky ducky. That is a pop-in and an arrow. I could technically duel that. And I believe live? But I'm not. Let him go. Don't worry about it, boys. We'll come back in style. Let's take a look here. Nothing here. Bad. Bad. What do you mean LC looks atrocious, dude? You got a nose ring. That's hot. For some people. Not for me. I consider it disgusting. But some people love nose rings. Alright. Let's see here. This guy is absolutely destroying me on the flop, but he has no idea that the creeps are coming. There it is. Beastmaster. Where are we putting this bad boy? I guess he has to go in lane 1, just because Axe and that guy hitting that tower. Actually, Sorlikana is going to be put in lane 1, because she wants to hit that tower. But he don't know I'm packing creeps! Whoa, lane 2. Very surprising. You're risking going in front of Bristle, which you will be going in front of Bristle. A very surprising move. I like to use the word surprising when I think someone's doing something stupid. Very surprising. I don't really have anything to block this bad boy right now. I would like to block that damage, but I could keep initiative if I don't do anything. So, Yahtzee. I'm a hold up. Boom, baby. The correct choice. Now, early duels. Do you use them or not? They're so good late utility items. I typically say no. Unless you're got a bristleback and there's someone right in front of you. Then I say yes. Get that dual damage, and now I'm hitting the tower unless she blocks me with a creep. Block me with a creep. What do you got, baby? Nothing. She ain't got shit. She ain't got no creep. Now I'm doing 8 damage, and I have armor. Get the fuck out of here. All day, every day. Now, this is a very easy deck to pilot. You put fucking creeps down. It doesn't take a genius to figure it out. What's unfortunate here is my boy Legion Standard Bearer. Well, a very important level 4 card, allowing you to get some kills on some heroes. Doesn't really have an opportunity to do that. We're gonna hope for the arrow. Show me the arrow, Gaben!
For the glory of Stonehall.
Wrong arrow, but an arrow did appear, which is good. This is probably, you are right.
I'm here to
Oh,
fight.
you dirty bitch. Whatever. You're probably right. This dude and me are probably the last artifact players. And by God, what an honor it is to face off against D-Star B... oh, that's a face. Yes. Truly an honor to face off against the face himself. Let's see. Legion Commander, where are you going? A Tinker. If I was him, where would I put Tinker? How about in lane? Who gives a shit? Oh, you lucked out. You lucked out, boy. Oh, Tinky Winky, you made it. You're alive. You're a strong boy. What if I did this, though? What would you do then? Let's see what card he's packing. Now, what we probably want to do here is put a Legion Standard Bearer on the left here, but I put the Blink Dagger first so we can see what he's got up his little... What he's got up his little sleeve. Hi, Mr. Rue. Because he might not have anything up his little sleeve. He might just be crushed under the weight of Tidehunter. We'll see what he's got. What do you think, chat? What playlist is he listening to? This is the Wind Waker orchestrated end credits. Oh, I see what you're doing. You're being a sneaky little boy. Here's what I think of sneaks. I think they die! Instead of using Legion Standard Bearer, which may potentially get killed by a creep or something, we're going to actually just go ahead and make Tinker's life a living hell. Any lane that Tinker's in, he's probably going to die now. So, it's all good. Typically, I like to use a Legion Standard Bearer on units that are either hitting a tower or killing a unit. Sweet Jesus! We going in.
My test subject.
Good Lord! Why would he do that? He's not even doing any damage to the tower. He's doing more damage to me? Who cares?
How are you here and not with your hungover wife?
Oh, my wife is fine. Don't worry about her. I hope. Alright, let's see here. We got a Stonehall Elite. You know, I think I'm going to go ahead and heal up my boy. 8 damage is pretty strong. Also gives me another opportunity to see if he's going to play anything. He hasn't done shit so far. Can you make a move, Mr. Face? As one of the last 2 artifact players left, I thought you'd be a little better than this. Come on, you fucking filth! Nothing? You dare? You dare to embarrass me? Well then do something, boy.
What would you have me do, Commander?
I'd have you hit that fucking tower, son. There's gonna be some easy shit. Let's get some Delta Rune up in this bee. Oh, yeah. You're running out of time. That's 12 damage, homie. Nothing? You're just gonna let me walk all over you? Oh, Phantom Assassin with a nice arrow here. Now, the best part about this deck is Stonehall Elites. Stonehall Elites are always good creeps to have, but in most decks, they're the only things you have. In this one, throw them out there like they're garbage. Who cares?
Restore order.
Off you go. I got plenty of creeps, Stonehall Elite. Get the hell out of here. You're not precious in this deck. It's all creeps.
Thanks.
Heal up, baby. I don't care. I'll see you next round. Boom.
Not
Okay,
afraid.
I do kind of care about that. But now I have initiative in lane 1, so Daddy kind of liked that too. Off you go. Okay. Lane 1 still looking pretty hype. Assassin's Veil. That does look very tasty right now. I will take that. Thank you, Secret Shop. 2 creeps in the top lane. That makes Daddy sad. But that's okay, because we got plenty of creeps of our own. Level 6 now. We got enough for a Berserker's Call. Probably going to be looking for that in the middle lane, unless Sora Khan is not directly in front of a creep, which she is not. And it is my initiative. Disciple of Nevermore, I gotta say, kudos to you for making this one happen for me. Oh. Feels good. What are you gonna do? Stonehall Elite, a very strong unit. Check this guy out, though. He's pretty good. A very strong unit indeed, I must say. That's a lot of damage. Boy, am I spooked, except for this part.
This will get me through the battle.
That Disciple of Nevermore is, I'm just gonna keep her alive for as long as possible. This sexy lady is making my life quite nice. Thank you so much.
Just what I was looking for.
Alright, what do you got in this lane? What do we got here? Now, he's got some major moves he's got to pull this time. This has got to be something crazy. This is the lane to save, baby. You're 10 levels above me. Hit it up. Not much. I'm not really teaching my audience anything with this video. Hey, I'm just steamrolling this guy. It feels kind of, I would say sad, but this feels fucking great. Boom!
Raise the bull snake high.
Time to get the hell out of this lane, champ. Goodbye! Hope that's nothing? Boom! 30 damage a hit? Holy cannoli. Oh, I see. You want to keep coup de grace like I give a shit about X. Kill him! Kill him, dude! X means nothing to me. Kill him! I'm guaranteed I'm probably gonna die here. Do I even want to lose initiative here? I mean, what do I get out of it? I'm gonna die anyway. Fuck. Kill me, baby! Slice me, dice me.
I'll make this quick.
Oh my god, who could have predicted a PA instantly using the level 6 to coup de grace? It's crazy. Alright, let's get a TP scroll so we can get one of our boys out of the mid here. Tinky Winky arrives. Where will he go? Where will Tinky Winky go? Probably lane 3? 2! What are you doing over there? That lane's gone. That lane Audi 9000, homie. Oh my god. Insanity. Let's see, do I have anything better to use this on? Not really. Axe, I need you to get the fuck out of here. I want you to go to a lane where you don't die. Oh, that looks nice. Thank you very much. Question is, I haven't really done any damage to this tower. I guess that time is coming. That time is coming! Alright, boys, what do we got? Hit me. This lane's gone. Do me a favor and kill everyone in here, please. Hinky Winky! Oh my god, this guy's fucking crazy. This guy's fucking crazy good. What happens if I do this? Oh no! Okay, your turn. Is that good? Oh, you bastard. Play that funky ass music. Oh, nothing? Nothing at all? I don't want to take somebody out of this lane. But at the same time, that's a lot of damage. Tell you what, how about we put on a Stonehall Cloak here? We're gonna go all in on this lane for a little bit. A Blink Dagger? Now you're just being nasty. I don't like that. Alright. 20 damage, a lot of damage. I'll take it. He's on a timer now. This chick ain't doing anything. You got a Slay or something? What do you got here? Maybe a Steam Cannon? Huh? That'd help you out, huh? Assault Ladders? You're not hitting the tower! What are you doing? Assault Ladders? You're not hitting the tower! What are you doing? Oh, you think Sorla Khan's gonna go save your ass? Oh, that ain't gonna happen, baby. You just taught me I need to go into the last lane now. What have you done? What have you done? These creeps just will not stop spawning in that lane. It is literally, they are not giving it up. Sorla Khan! Oh my god, I've been juked! How could this happen to me? I've made my mistakes. Not like this. Not Sorla Khan. Get the fuck out of here. What are you doing? Oh, Jesus! I put her in the wrong lane. Oh, we all make mistakes. Not mistakes that bad, typically, but what can you do? Oh, God. This is fixable. 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 Very fixable. I'm good. What are you gonna do? We got Tidehunter ready to roll over here, baby. Unless you got something to kill him from this lane. Oh, bring it home to me. Woo! 28 damage! I hope you got a real good plan. Tidehunter! Make it happen, baby. Now, don't surrender. I want you to stay and watch the entire thing. I want you to watch your whole life go to hell in a handbasket right before your eyes. Don't leave. Don't you leave. We're not ready for that yet. Oh, you think you're living? You're not going to live. You're not going to live, bitch. Nobody lives.
Dead game.
Dead game. Get Sarah Beth loves Pyrian Flax. You used to be Sarah Beth Artifact. Don't you fucking do this. What are you gonna do? Don't surrender. I want you to watch the whole thing unfold.
I'm grateful.
Fountain Flask? You know, now you're really starting to piss me off. I know you want this chick to live, and now she has to die. Do you understand what you've done? She's not gonna make it! Boom! I want you to watch my thick boys run all over you. Time's running out in the middle lane. He's got to send some boys over there. All right, people. Oh, you're sending both the units there. Quite the move. This is probably bad for my boy Beastmaster. Oh my. Hello, baby. What are you doing here? The Tyler Estate. My God. The jungle gonna protect me. Ah, this is cute. What are you gonna do, baby? What are you gonna do? What do you got? What are all these cards? 6 rounds ago? Good lord.
Aligning with the court of Restore.
10 damage, huh? How much health that guy got? Well, you know, 10 damage is a lot. Can it beat 22 damage, though? Is my question. Can it beat 22? No? Well, that is a shame, isn't it? Now comes the time where it all goes to hell. I killed the disciple of Nevermore.
I will restore order.
There comes a time in every artifact player's life where he has to think to himself, do I lay down and let this man attack me? Or do I time a tribe this motherfucker into the next goddamn life? Time has come, baby. What do you got? This is your last moment. This is all it is. Creeps. Death. Pain. It's all you've ever known. Show me what you got. The Legion Standard Bearer. Gentlemen, activate death! Oh, baby. Oh, baby, your time is running out. Huh? Now, I think Legion Commander might have this one under control. I'm gonna skadoosh. Time's running out, baby. Time's running out. Here's what we're gonna do, team. We're gonna move Bristleback to the 3rd lane. He is going to coup de grace Bristleback. He's gonna coup de grace Bristleback, but we want him to coup de grace Bristleback. It's a plan, boys. We have a plan to make him lose the game on his own. We're gonna trick him into losing. What is this? You dare attack the Legion Standard Bearer? Now you know, big plan here. You wanna know the big plan? We take this bitch out too. That's right! Time to abandon that lane. We're gonna give our boy a chance here. This guy's thinking, what? Why would he try to try and then leave? All part of the plan, my boys. It's all part of the plan. It's a big plan. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. That was unexpected. It doesn't matter. 21 damage, it doesn't matter. Roll it out. Oof, that's whew. Gave him a little bit of a chance there. Now here's what we do. The Mercenary Exiles, baby. Show me the coup de grace on that Bristleback. Show it to me. Do it. Do nothing. What about an Assassino Veil? What do you think about that? Show me the coup de grace. What do you think? Good? What do you think? No, nothing. What if I heal him up to 24 HP? Nothing? What if I put down the motherfucking golem? With no cards in my hand, baby! Now show me the cootie. Kill him, dude. I'm forcing your hand. I got nothing. Kill him, bro. Nothing? What about now? Will you coup de grace him now? What do you say, bitch? You gotta do it. I'm gonna make you do it. You gotta kill him. Kill him. It's all part of the plan. Okay. Well, there you go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is... Oops! All red crates. As you can see, You got a lot of creeps to deal with. You got a lot of things you do with this This deck is so good against other red decks. It's also really good against black decks. And Keenfolk Golem. Oh, when it works, baby. No cards in your hand. Play a Golem. What are they gonna do? Nada. So there you go. Thanks for watching Deckpacito this week. Hope you learned something. It's a very easy deck to play. Don't think of genius and put down the red creeps. But it's a lot of fun. And I haven't lost yet with this deck. So thank you, everybody. We'll see you next time on more Deckpacito. Bye-bye.